Release That Witch. Episode 17. The Envoy Part 1.
This place is as wretched as ever.
As Petrov, the stronghold's ambassador, stepped out of the cabin, the smell of rotting wood washed over him. The air was damp and close, and his whole body felt uncomfortable. He sniffed and looked up. The sky was grey, a heavy rain brewing.
Your last visit here was a year ago, was it not? There is nothing here at all. Nothing but stones.
His assistant draped a woolen coat attentively over the ambassador's shoulders.
A year and a half. The Duke draws different men every season. My last visit was in summer. And besides stones, this place has fine pelts of every kind. And also...
Also what?
Petrov shook his head and did not answer. He stepped over the gunwale onto the mossy dock. The planks creaked underfoot. A few more years, he thought, and this wharf would fall to pieces. Bordertown had not only stones and pelts, but even land, yet saying so was pointless. The assistant was just some nameless clerk of the town hall. He could not see it.
Between Bordertown and Longsong Stronghold lies a broad belt of untilled land. The impassable mountains on one side, the Redwater River on the other, like a long corridor. If the outpost took up the duty of a real defensive line, all that land would fall into the stronghold's hands. Never farmed, needing no fallow seasons, shielded by natural barriers on both flanks, it would ease every problem of the stronghold's growing population. The only cost, 3 to 5 years of management and a large investment up front. Sadly, when it comes to foresight, most nobles are worse than a second-rate merchant.
Huh? Why is the stockyard empty? Shouldn't they have the ore ready for us?
We go to the castle to pay our respects to His Highness.
Wait, Mr. Ambassador, you are not waiting for their reception party?
If there even is one, come. The stable is just ahead. And now the trouble of 2 separate domains arrives. The king's decree tossed the 4th prince into this backwater. What would any normal, noble, or royal do? Seize everything here, of course. Trade ore and gems for grain and bread? A prince's eyes see only gold royals. I would do the same. No one would accept watching their land's output bartered away at such prices. And the prince need not even go to the stronghold. The family has forgotten one fact. The red water does not flow only through Longsong Stronghold. He can sell ore at market price to Willowtown, to Dragonfall Ridge, to Redwater City, and take his people there for shelter. A longer road, that is all. And what could the stronghold do? Block the river and seize a prince's party? That would be open defiance of the crown of Greycastle. Unloved or not, the 4th prince is the king's own blood.
The 2 rode rented horses slowly along the riverside flagstone road. The stable stock was all old nags, mixed coats and skin and bone. Even at a walk, their whole frames trembled. And for these 2 wretches, he had been forced to leave a deposit of 2 gold royals.
Look, sir, is that a Willowtown ship?
At his assistant's cry, Petrov looked where he pointed. A single-masted sailboat flying a flag of green leaf and curved saber, gliding slowly up the river channel. Her waterline rode high. She was loaded with cargo. Petrov nodded without expression, but his heart sank. The other side had moved faster than expected. If the prince was already contacting the towns downstream, one more bargaining chip had slipped from his hand.
I had meant to persuade father to buy the ore at 30% under market. There would still be profit, not to mention gemstones, luxuries whose worth multiplies once cut. But this monopoly trade was not mine to decide, nor even the Honeysuckle family's alone. 6 noble houses are invested in Bordertown's mines. Without majority consent, no resolution passes. And they are all so slow to react, assuming the game is unchanged. Or perhaps the mine's output is simply beneath their notice. The other 5 houses sat motionless, and Father confidently refused me. They are all wrong. The mine yields little chiefly because of this barter model. Turn it into normal trade, where more sold means more earned, and next year output will likely jump a level. The old monopoly terms are now impossible. No, certain to fail. The empty stockyard says it plainly. The prince no longer means to trade these stones for shoddy wheat. He is already contacting other buyers. If we still mean to hold this trade line, 30% under market is my last chip. Willowtown's distance raises freight costs, and they have more than one source of ore. Their offer may come in at half the market price. Dragonfall Ridge and Redwater City will bid lower still. Then perhaps the 4th prince will agree to leave the monopoly with the stronghold, especially for gemstones. But if I sign such a contract on my own authority, will Father approve? Will the other 5 houses see it as surrender to Border Town? A surrender of the family's own interest? In their eyes, Border Town is still just a pasture, run by the stronghold's own, ours to milk at will.
The two rode slowly on, until they reached the castle at the town's southeast corner. Petrov had been here before. This time, the place had a new master. The guards saw the ambassador's credentials and went at once to inform the lord. Roland Wimbledon, 4th prince, received Petrov without delay. When the two were led into the reception hall, the prince was already waiting in the seat of honor.
Mr. Ambassador, please sit.
Roland clapped his hands, and maids brought in a rich spread, a whole roast chicken, a boar's leg stewed with mushrooms, buttered bread, and a great basin of vegetable soup. Clearly, even in this border wilderness, a royal's personal comforts had not diminished in the least. Petrov did not stand on ceremony. By water from the stronghold to Border Town took 2 days, even with a fair wind. A heavy cargo galley needed 3 to 5. Ships carried no kitchen. One ate one's own dried meat strips or wheat cakes. Faced with steaming dishes, he felt saliva gathering in his throat. Still, years of noble breeding kept his table manners perfect. His Highness's eating, by contrast, was far coarser, especially in the matter of knife and fork. Petrov noticed that apart from cutting meat, the 4th prince performed every other motion with a pair of small wooden sticks, and it looked as if the 2 sticks were actually handier than a fork.
What do you think?
As the meal drew to an end, Roland suddenly asked,
What?
This?
The prince waggled the wooden sticks in his hand, and without waiting for an answer, went straight on.
An iron fork is a luxury for most people, let alone a silver one. And eating with bare hands means swallowing whatever filth is on them. Illness enters by the mouth, you understand?
The ambassador did not know how to answer that. He did not quite grasp illness enters by the mouth, though from the previous sentence he gathered it meant dirt clinging to food led to sickness. But everyone had always eaten this way, and no one had dropped dead of it.
A pair of oak sticks. The Misty Forest holds as many as you could want. Clean and easy to get. I mean to promote these throughout the town. Of course, right now my people have almost no meat to eat, but that will get better, slowly.
Petrov relaxed. This, at last, he knew how to answer. He offered the customary agreement and blessings, while inwardly he dismissed it all. Meat for every commoner? Sheer fantasy. Even Greycastle itself fell far short of that, let alone this desolate borderland.